is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast, live from Brave Studios here in Garfield, New Jersey. We're a long way away from Vegas, but I do love Yo Mama. Not that I mean. And on the phone is always the OG to triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex, the motherfucking Hill, a.k.a. the Stan Lee of podcasting, also known as the man to be the girl in the cripple of crossface and have a run to a crossface.
And on the boards, Mr. Stevie Franchise.
You already know it's your boy on the ones and twos, bringing you that Ultra Wrestling Heel news.
We're not gonna be cute today. We're not gonna have a cute segue. We're gonna get straight to these cheeks because we got to move.
We got to.
And I'm proud of my cheeks. I'm proud of my cheeks
of the week.
Hey, and
the commissioner is in the chat, and we got some quality cheeks. We got former WWE. She never actually wrestled very much. Even Marie.
Yeah, she wrestled, but
not much, and not very well.
And she had red hair
At all.
And she had pink hair.
or pink,
And
whatever,
blonde.
and whatever.
I like her with the black hair.
Yeah. And representing NWA, Natalia Markova, their current women's champion. Or did she
I'm
lose
proud
it?
of my cheeks.
I'm kind of behind on NWA. I'm like 2 months behind on NWA. She might have lost it by now.
She fine.
Yeah.
She's fine.
And I'm proud of my cheeks.
And this has been Cheeks of the Week. Again, we got to move.
Yes, we do.
We got to move because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
A lot to happen this week.
It's too goddamn much to happen.
Yes, a lot to pack in 1 hour. So you know.
That's what she said.
That's a lot.
Very oozy.
Sound like it was Revy Lucy.
Whoa, Jesus.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Jesus.
My goodness.
Hello, ladies.
Okay. Last week in Ultra Fantasy Booking Land was... And of course, technology is failing me as I need to use it. I gotta I have to force stop the app and then reload it.
Of course, freaking technology.
Yeah.
You suck.
Not technology.
All right, there we go. Here we go. Last week was Dragon Force. Opening match was Chelsea Green versus Chris Statlander in a... What kind of match was this? This was a no holds barred. And the lady who loves trash, Chelsea Green, was your winner with 73% of votes.
What does this all mean?
Match 2 in the tag team division, FTR took on the Old Age Outlaws. The New Age Outlaws.
That's funny.
Yeah, the Old Age Outlaws. like the old Bucks. The old Bucks.
The old Young Bucks.
The old Bucks.
Very oozy.
Wow, this is actually pretty close. 58% of votes, FTR won.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
There's still fans of New Age Outlaws.
Jesus.
Hey, yeah.
Mostly because Billy Guns plays with office supplies.
He does. He does for a 60-year-old worker.
Match 3.
Well,
Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. He took on the phenomenal AJ Styles. And with 77% of the votes, not enough people believed in Joe Hendry.
I wish that happened in TNA for real. That would be nice.
Yeah.
You run.
And our main event. The main event of the evening, it was a rematch from the week before. It is The Undertaker taking on the Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu. You got what I mean?
Yeah, what I mean.
And this match ended in a no contest because our Triple Crown Ultraverse Intergalactic interplanetary,
Galactus
interspatial
champion.
of all time and Earth,
Time
wind
and
and
space.
fire champion, Brock Lesnar. I think I covered everything.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Cover all the bases.
Hey, look. I feel like you forgot Elon Musk somewhere in there, but yeah, you covered all the bases.
To the moon,
Brock
Dogecoin,
Lesnar returned. He put Jacob Fott through a barricade. He put the Undertaker through the announce table, and yeah, that was the end of the night.
And the crowd was going wild.
Yes, the crowd went mild.
What an upside down W.
And now this week we have our first intermingled pay-per-view of the year, Supercard of Honor, brought to you by both Dragon Force and Warzone.
Very oozy.
We're gonna kick the night off. Well, before we get to this, we normally have we have the Ultraverse Championship, but because we have the intergalactic, interplanetary, multiversal, planetary of space time,
of space of time and
all of existence champion Brock Lesnar.
Galaxy champion.
He can't have an opponent, but he does have a challenger for one of his belts. That would be Cordarius Raheem Rhodes.
Yes.
He's going to team up with said challenger.
Go fuck yourself.
So Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes are going to team up against the Brothers of Destruction in our opening match.
What?
Match 2 will be for the ECW Television Championship, which is currently vacant after the unfortunate passing of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Yes. He will be missed.
And that match will take place between Drew McIntyre and Ethan Page.
No, you.
Next up, Jada Parker will defend the TNA Women's Championship against Mandy Smut Rose.
Yeah.
Then AJ Styles and MJF will defend the Evolve Tag Team Championships against the New Day. And then Joe Hendry will defend the WCW United States Championship against Zilla Fatu.
Oh, that's gonna be a good match.
Yes. And then we have a special intergender
Very oozy.
handicap match. Chris Statlander and Lash Legends, the big bitches,
Very oozy.
to quote Tony Storm,
I'm proud of my cheeks.
they will take on the Rascals. I think that's a very fair match.
I swear it is.
Is it with Wesley or without Wesley?
All three of them. It's a
All three
handicap.
of them?
It's a handicap. It's all three. No,
Okay.
two big bitches against three tiny men.
Okay, that's kind of fair.
Yeah.
All I heard was Futurama.
Death by snooze.
And then part 2 of our card, Rhea Ripley will defend the World of Stardom Championship against Chelsea Green. And then the Usos are going to defend the AEW Tag Team Championships against the Lucha Bros. And then Jacob Fatu will defend the
Very
IWGP
oozy.
Intercontinental Championship against Will Ospreay.
Wow.
And then we have ourselves a Money in the Bank match. It'll be Nick Nemeth, Damian Priest, Adam Cole, Pac, Claudio, and Hikuleo.
Survey says one more for the good guys.
And they can challenge for any title on any show. And that will be chosen by the fans also.
Very oozy.
And that's technically our main event. And then we have a lights out match.
Oh.
It is going to be unsanctioned. It will feature the most unsanctionable people on the roster. Kevin Steen and Eddie Kingston. They will compete in a last man standing Hell in a Cell match. And that will be Supercard of Honor. Chin, tits, shoo! And now, Cena won, so now we must riot.
And some people are rioting like this. 7-17. 7-17. So it's a mixed crowd.
I was actually very confused by the fact that that crowd popped the way they did for heel Cena winning in 2025.
It started right on Friday. You saw it. Everybody was booing Cody Rhodes until he dropped gems. Then it started.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When he won, and that 3 count happened, Peacock was turned off, and I was outside in Virginia. I didn't no longer care.
Oh Jesus!
I see a lot of people are disappointed, and not a lot of people are as well. It's a mixed reaction.
I understand him winning for the story. I'm more confused about just the general reaction from the public. That's my thing. Because I'm invested in Cena as a heel. I guess
I'm not confused over the fans. For the simple fact, majority of these fans grew up with Cena being their champion. So for him to be in the title picture, most people are still going to cheer. But for somebody like me that was there when Cena first started, I give 2 fucks about this man being a 17-time champion.
Yeah, that part is unimportant to me. The 17 times and beating Ric Flair, that part is unimportant to me.
So
I'm invested in the story of the whatever's going on, the animosity between him and Cody. Obviously, he needs the win for Cody to have some adversity and get it back. Now, other part that bothers me, where the fuck is The Rock?
He's in Hawaii.
You know what's funny? I was hoping The Rock didn't show up because after you had what? Jacob, Jay,
Roman.
I didn't think I need any more Samoans on TV at this point. After the second night, I think I was done. I think I was all going out.
Because soon as the second ref bump happened, I said, okay, where's The Rock?
Exactly.
It's time for The Rock to come out because he's been quiet. We haven't seen him. It's like, okay, he's going to play the background. He did something right for a change. He's played the background. He let Cena have the attention. Where is he now? But no, fucking Travis Scott comes out. I was like, that doesn't quite work. That Travis Scott is the catalyst for Cody losing. I'm sorry. It's not good.
Well, Cena did say that he was going to make everybody hate wrestling. So what would make you hate wrestling more? Seeing The Rock come out or seeing Travis Scott come out?
I guess.
I mean,
hey, look, I'm just happy. I'm just happy he took a crossroads and he looked like he died like a Family Guy character also.
He couldn't even roll out the ring.
Yeah. Him and Roman both hit him in the last month.
Yo, that's crazy. Dude. With this, I'm already lost for words when this first happened. Like, I don't know if I should enjoy it or I should hate this. Like, I don't know what happened.
That's just it. I'm right in the middle. Because
exactly.
As a fan, I'm good with it. But as the podcaster, the analytical person, I hate it.
As the fan, I despise it. Like the fan, I despise it. As a podcaster, I hope he tears his little calf and his little kneecap. I give 2 fucks. Like, I was cool with the retirement tour. I was cool with him being pissed off that he ain't 17-time champion. Great, cool. Let him give out all his grievance for 20 years. Every night that he's there until he's no longer there. I'm cool with it. But you put the belt on him, and I'm like, now I don't want to hear the brags of people. Oh, well, he's a 17. Shut the fuck up. He didn't run it legit like he should have, like he done every other time.
Now, is he going to live up to what he said? He's going to take the belt and go home. Is he not going to be on TV for the next 2 months? Or 3 months? Or 4 months? He's not going to show up to SummerSlam?
The man literally admitted, I'm just going to take it and
go
show
home.
Up and go home and show up when I need it or when I need to be.
That was probably the only real shit that I was like, okay, him having the belt and saying that, I get it. It makes sense. Because, that whole era of
what up,
the regression to now was like Cena had that majority on his back. And then, other people came in and took it off him. And, he got to go do movies that some was not good and some was all right. But to hear him say he's gonna take the title home, I was like, why am I getting CM Punk all over again?
Now, when he does come back, is he also going to bring back the spinner belt? Because he said that too.
If he does,
I'd be cool if he brought back the spinner belt because, again, like you said, he wants you to hate wrestling.
Yeah, he got it that night.
he got it.
Oh, he had it. Like he had that night. Like that night, I was like, AEW ain't looking half bad right now.
Well, I feel like this is definitely going to be something that Cena wants us to remember for his last fucking year.
Yeah.
I hope when he's done wrestling, I hope every movie that he's in is all right.
Just all right.
That's all
not
his movies. They're just all right.
They're all right.
Meanwhile, the Rock's
I just want to be all right.
It's better than the Rock's movie, but
the Rock's movies suck. John Cena's movies are all right.
Yeah. I mean, he makes me laugh. I mean, better, I guess. Ricky Snitsky.
Except, well, Pain and Gain was good, but that wasn't like his movie. He was a bit character.
Pain and Gain, Walking Tall, Pain and Gain, Walking Tall. Probably my favorite two Rock movies.
Scorpion King.
No, we don't talk about that CGI fiasco bullshit.
That was his big break.
And his big break shouldn't have been that.
Yeah, it should have been Big Show. That's right.
It'd have made more sense. But yeah. As a fan, disgusted. As a podcaster, mortified.
Yeah.
Can we get this picture on the screen before I start throwing my phone across the room?
All right. So, Dirty Dom. Well, we'll just continue with night 2. Dirty Dom won the Intercontinental Championship.
I popped like a motherfucker.
Originally, I was highly confused as to why they actually went through with this.
I'm so proud.
And then because obviously I was working Saturday and I work crazy hours, so I missed the whole announcement about AAA. I didn't understand that until after WrestleMania, and then we discovered JD McDonough's back. So the whole animosity with Judgment Day and then the relationship with AAA, I was like, okay, this all makes sense about Dom winning the Intercontinental title. I'm good with it now.
I've been with this kid, behind this kid for a while now. This man, let me call him man.
Hold on. They're talking about the Rock's movies. Kelvin said Gridiron Gang was good, and Israel said he enjoyed Rampage, but it was more for the kaiju than the Rock.
Anyway, we get into what I said. That's funny as hell.
Go ahead.
This man, he's a grown man now. This man has the world on the palm of his hand at this moment. Didn't I say last week he needs this to glorify his heel run? This was it.
He did.
This was it. He needed a way to actually do it too. And I'm glad how the finish went, how it went down. Him doing a frog splash while Finn was actually getting the pin for the win, even though he was gonna kick out.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Bron Breakker was gonna kick out, but
this is gonna kick out that shit and throw Dominic into the second row.
Yo, Dominic also took his bumps like a man.
It
was clean. Pause. But yeah, it was clean. It was a clean finish. The pop for Dominic was crazy. I think Vegas is like the heel town, bro, where you need to do it. And I feel like it was right place, right time for him.
It was great to see him win that. Because when I say that crowd cheered and he was leaving and he ran back to the ring and they cheered even harder, I said, yeah, I'm happy he won this. Because if Braun won it, it'd have been regular. If Penta won it, I feel like it'd have been too soon. If Finn won it, it'd just been a regular Finn win. But Dominic winning it, I was like, all right, that's way a bigger push going forward for him.
So I did say too last year, I believe, I would think it was last year, that this man has been getting booed like crazy.
Which he should be.
Which he should be. That's the signs of a great heel.
Yeah.
And then once you're at a point where you're gonna be at a point where people are gonna love you.
In modern times.
In modern times, yes. And this is it right here. This is what I've been talking about.
And once again, because I work crazy hours, I didn't know that Bayley had gotten taken out on SmackDown, so I didn't know she was removed from the women's tag team match. But then when I was told by somebody at work, as I was leaving work, because they were asking my predictions for night 2, and they told me Lyra has a mystery partner, I was like, oh, it's fucking Becky Lynch is returning. It was like, no, there's no way she's returning. I was like, let's be real. If all of a sudden Lyra Valkyria has a mystery partner, that means Becky Lynch is returning.
Yep.
The sad thing is, I kind of figured she was going to return anyway because
I figured it was.
What was it? Somebody asked Becky Lynch, when would she come back to wrestling? And she was like, no time soon. I'm, being a mom, I'm happy. And I'm like, that sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
You're going to show up probably WrestleMania or on Raw, and I was right for both. Yeah. But still, to hear her music play and she came out, I was like, bro, that's a pop. She got it.
Yep.
She got it.
Yep. And we'll get to part 2 a little later on.
There's definitely a part 2.
There's a part 2 to this. So the rest of night 2 consisted of. Night 2 consisted of.
I'm surprised we're not talking about night 1 a lot.
Well, we'll get to night. We're going backwards.
Okay.
Io Sky retained against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley,
which should happen.
That was a fire ass match.
It was fire.
I understand why she was the one to win because both Bianca and Rhea are going in different directions. Yes. So I get why she was the one to retain. Drew McIntyre beat Damian Priest in the Sin City Street Fight. Good match.
That was a good filler match, especially for what it was. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is just gonna be just like it's gonna be a hit or miss because they're just two big dudes and they just get a match. No, they actually fucking killed it.
Yeah,
they did.
And Drew finally won a big one.
Finally.
Word.
But at the same time, Priest lost another big one.
Maybe next year, champ.
Yeah. Well, technically, he won last year, so.
I did like the Doom outfit, but I don't think Drew liked it. Like, dude, I understand they were doing promotions for the game. But it was like, I feel like he should have came out with the armor or something.
Yeah.
It was fire.
So the Randy Orton Open Challenge was answered by none other than.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yep.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was thinking of every other wrestler that was there in Las Vegas, and I was like, who would be the person that would want to take on Randy, take an RKO? And I heard Joe Hendry music, and I said, you know what? I'm okay with this.
Again, as I was leaving work and I was, giving him the guy at work prediction, I was like, it's gonna be if it's somebody in the company, I'm gonna say Kevin Owens' injury is a work. Because they never said, oh, he's getting tests, he's getting, MRI, yada, yada, yada. And he's going to come out as Kevin Steen, not Kevin Owens.
That would have been a Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah, because, hey, he was wearing pink. He was wearing pink when he made his announcement, so he's allowed to lie. So he's going to come out as Kevin Steen, not Kevin Owens. That was my first instinct. Then I said, no, they're going to use either somebody from TNA, like whoever wins the title match will come out and challenge Randy. Or somebody from NXT, or it'll be somebody from TNA. It'll be like fucking Nick Nemeth. He used to be somebody else, but we know him. Or it'll be Hendry. So those are my 4 guesses.
The sad thing is, I found out Joe Hendry was the second choice. He wasn't even the first choice.
Who was it?
Jeff Hardy was the first choice.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was the first choice.
Okay.
I was like, bro, if Jeff Hardy music would have hit, bro, I'd have been like, I'm done with the rest of the pay-per-view. I'm done. Mm-hmm. But I was happy Joe Hendry was there. I was happy he got to, bring the TNA title and bring it onto that big of a stage. TNA and people cheered and sang his song.
Yep.
It was one of the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah. And Logan Paul and AJ Styles had a hell of a match. I liken it to AJ Styles and Shane McMahon from 35.
Yep. If Shane McMahon was more athletic, I mean, Logan Paul did his spots well.
Yeah, and they actually called it the buckshot this time, which I was like, are they allowed to say that?
If Shane McMahon was in the Attitude Era, Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles, that's what the match would have kind of looked like.
True.
Yeah,
that is also true. But
I still say that AJ and Shane McMahon is a real sleeper match. A lot of people slept on that one.
There was interference though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then that had a different outcome.
Mr. Karrion Kross.
Mr. Sinister himself. Did you hear what he said after the show?
Boy, I watched that yesterday. Bruh. I don't know if that was a work or some reality, but god damn, I stand by him.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's a work because he was on Raw the next day.
Yep.
Hey, man, you still got to show up to work, even though you talk shit.
He looked happy to me. Looks like a work, honestly.
And the main event of night 1, Seth fucking Rollins.
Yes.
Hey, I just realized that you glazed over the tag team match that nobody cared about.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why we glazed over.
That's why.
I know. I just want to throw it in there because we didn't say nothing about it.
Oh no, that's night 1. That's night 1. We'll get to that. Seth fucking Rollins. He worked everybody. He cashed in his favor. He screwed Roman Reigns. He screwed CM Punk.
We all set.
No offense, why that referee built like the action figures from back in the day?
Yo, he's always been jacked.
This guy's jacked, bro.
Bro, it's so weird. Like, nigga, why are you not involved? Why are you not involved with a mask on wrestling these young niggas?
And then he rocks that faux hawk and it's all gelled up.
And he out here getting them wrestling baddies. That's what he doing.
He slap a hole in the mat and shit. Counting 1, 2, 3.
Facts.
But yes, the outcome. Paul Heyman.
I kind of figured Seth Rollins was going to win this because when he came out with the black and they did the burn it down and then they started playing the Messiah music. I said, "Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I already know who's going to win this."
Also, there was another thing where, since we were talking about The Rock, he came out with a flamethrower.
Yeah, I guess The Rock did the flamethrower thing several years ago, but that there was not enough correlation there.
I mean, there's got to be a
connection. It was more Shawn Michaels because he switched into the white Shawn Michaels gear from, what was that, 24 or 25?
There was a lot of references in that entrance. But I feel like this has got to be a thing with The Rock too.
Nah,
it's got to be.
Obviously, he's with Heyman, so I don't see a Rock correlation. That was just a coincidence. Because obviously, burning down, so they gave him a flamethrower. To me, that's end of story there. There's no Rock correlation. Right. I saw more of a Shawn Michaels, white WrestleMania 25 gear. That's what I got from that.
Yeah. I mean, I got that from that too.
Can we also just, for a split second, how much was the ticket to sit on the stage while this shit was going on?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Whew. Well, remember we were talking about there was like tickets that were like 30 bands? That was probably the 30 bands ones.
Bruh, the weird thing is there's a girl on TikTok. Her friend and her mom was walking back to their seats. Security came and got them and said, "You've been upgraded," and they took them up there.
Oh, snap.
That's cool.
I was like, what the fuck? I said, first of all, I thought that was just like set decorations. I didn't know that was real people up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got real people up in that Titantron.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
That was crazy.
I like those seats. Those seats look cool.
Yeah. And I want to thank the Triple H era for not lying about the attendance. They went with like what seems like a real number because they didn't completely fill the stadium because as a football stadium it holds 80,000. So obviously you take all the seats behind the Tron. It's about what they said it is. Yeah. Thank you for not lying.
I saw that too. I was like, "Ew, okay." They're not stretching the truth on this.
Seats.
They're not stretching the truth on this one.
That was a lot of empty seats.
That's good.
There was some there was a woman on TikTok. when they said the announcement, she was like, they're fucking lying. And then she showed the seats behind the Titantron. I'm like, bro, who the fuck gonna be able to watch the show behind Titantron? What are you trying to get at? What are you trying to reach for?
Yeah,
and she's like, look, there's 6 seats beside me that are empty. But then when you go look at her page, like you go look at some more reels later down, them 6 seats are full of people. I said, yo, you trying to make it seem like they wasn't right on their numbers. Like, these people was here. You forget people get up and leave and go do shit.
All right.
Like, go look up what the holds for football. Add about 10,000 for the people. Sorry, not 10. Add about 5,000 that you can fit on the field, and then subtract what's behind the screen. That's your number.
That's your number right there.
So yeah, fucking Heyman and Rollins. Yeah, the newest Paul Heyman.
Yo,
Man.
Paul Heyman gave CM Punk that low blow, and he didn't want to, but when he gave Roman that low blow, he did a little left or right jerk. I said, oh yeah, that was some anger.
yeah, that was what people pointed out. He was like, CM Punk was just a casualty, but Roman Reigns deserved it.
And what makes it more funny is somebody brought it up online. It was like, remember Cody told Roman before he got the belt? He was like, everybody's going to leave. And he was like, and he said it in order. And I said, yo, he did say everybody's going to leave. And that left Paul Heyman to go from being the wise man back to an advocate. And I said, Cody called this a while ago. And now Roman, it still sucks for Roman. Since he's been in this company, he has to betray not a damn soul. Everybody betrayed this man every time. At this point now, I wouldn't want no friends at this point. Let me fuck all of y'all.
Yep.
He's going to be the lone one. Or he's just going to have no wise man. Because he can still form.
Speaking of the first person to betray him, opening match, Jey Uso.
It's just me, Uso.
That's his new moniker. Opening match, Jey Uso.
Opening match, Jey Uso.
Yo,
Your new,
let me tell you
your
something.
new world heavyweight champion.
Let me tell you something. When he came out of that crowd, I was like, bro, that's probably the longest walk more than Titantron.
Dude.
Yep.
Can we talk about the finish?
Right.
Okay.
Are you talking about those Samoan splashes from the top rope, them 3 super kicks, a spear, and then a rear naked choke? At this point, his special stamina bar was on auto. And he just had
infinite.
all the moves.
That shit was on infinite. Dude, somebody put the code genie on. They was like, yo, infinite finishers. Infinite signatures. Infinite.
Bruh.
Now, okay, you said he hit multiple splashes, multiple super kicks, multiple spears. That's cool. But he didn't do anything that works up to a rear naked choke.
Exactly.
That's my only thing about this.
That's what I'm talking about. Why was it so quick for him to tap out?
Yeah, for Gunther.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, from my perspective, because me, I like beating people up. We're not gonna talk about that past. The super kicks to the head makes sense for a rear naked choke. I can get that. The 2 regular splashes he did on his front made no sense to his choke. But the one on his spine and then spearing him and getting him in his back and then locking them legs around, I said, I ain't gonna hold you. He's kind of set up that chokehold for them 3 super kicks and that spear and that one Samoan drop on his back. I said, yeah, he kind of had a neck and back problem. He probably was in orange at this point if he was in a video game.
But you could at least wait a little bit to tap out though. Like you could literally hold it for tap out.
Nah, Gunther said, fuck this. We gonna be first. I need to be like Brock. I need to go home after this.
And the New Day stole a win from the War Raiders.
Now, can we just...
Yeah, War Raiders. They got their name back. War Raiders, yes.
Now, can we just zoom in on Kofi Kingston? Why did he look like that?
Because he doesn't have a mustache.
No, not even that. The eye.
He looked demonic, bro. Like
the eyes. When he did that, I kid you not. On TikTok and Instagram, they already had a meme was like when your mom said she made chicken nuggets and they're the ones you want. I was like, yo, why these niggas are so fast? God damn.
This is so crazy. Yo.
So this makes them what, 12-time tag team champs?
Or was this 13? I forgot.
That's one of the numbers.
12.
Yeah. So that's a lot of tag team titles.
That's a face. That's a face if you got good nookie that night.
Bruh, that's the face right there when she said she gonna suck you and then she get the balls at the same time.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's when she get the gooch too. But
What? A little tongue action at him? Hey, I didn't expect that one. But out of all of these, those was great up top. I ain't gonna hold you. Jay, he deserve it. He's been going through a whole bunch of crap with that family of his. Yeah. New Day, cool. Big E not there. We understand. But let's talk about the real elephant in this room. Let's talk about Jacob.
And the banger of I call that a 5-star match. That was a good match.
I have
You
no
let
complaints
Meltzer
about
call
it.
it might be a
I ain't gonna
2.5.
go 5 stars, but I have no complaints about it.
I mean, if it's close to even 4.5, yo, I would call it. That was a good match. That was a really good match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to LA Knight too.
Yeah.
Like he threw it down.
Pulling up in the Maserati.
Mm-hmm. I wish he was driving.
Also, I was a bit confused at the belt because when Jacob held it, I said, "What the hell is that on the leather?" I forgot that LA Knight had a custom leather strap that had to the damn belt that said LA Knight symbol on it. I said, "No offense, why the fuck did he get a custom damn thing?"
I don't know.
I mean,
And he only got it the second time when he got it back from Shinsuke.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm confused. Like, did you already have this pre-planned? Because that sounded like you was going to have it for a long run if you was going to get a custom strap like that.
But he had this on this previous run.
Did he?
Yeah, he had this on his previous run.
I only noticed
and they
it the
came
second
back
time.
with it.
I don't remember
This
that.
is the
at
second
all.
time. I'm surprised you guys didn't notice. Yo, if I'm telling you, like last year when he had that belt, he had it. He had that
I have
strap.
to look that up. But somebody online that actually knows Jacob from the early indie days on TikTok was like, Jacob Fatu is your United States champion. He is a blood. A man with a criminal record worse than anybody in WWE, and he is champion. He was like, if he could do it, anybody could do it. Go live your dream. And I said, yo, I don't know why that was so. Why that pumped me up for some weird reason.
I pull out the Glock. I pull out the Glock.
You got it, blood. Dude, that's crazy, bro.
He definitely is part of the bloodline.
Seeing Haku in
Oh, yeah,
there?
Haku came out, yeah.
Bro, I was happy to see
fuck is
Haku. I didn't even know he was out there till you heard. I said, where did Haku come from? Was he out there?
Where the fuck is Rikishi?
Yeah, where the fuck is Keish, man?
You bring Haku. Haku shows up. Who's
Yeah.
not even actually related to somebody that was there. But fucking, where's Rikishi?
Well, in Rikishi defense, have you not seen how big his bottom half is? He don't do a lot of walking, sir. That Titantron, they needed the cart that JK was talking about for Rikishi to get down there.
He just came out, take 2 steps onto the stage, and waited for Jay to come up there. That's the farthest he had to go.
I'm about to say, Jay didn't even go up the stage.
Oh, yeah, that's
Jay
right.
Jay was the side of the stage,
I
so
forgot. He went back into the crowd.
yeah, so
could've waited on the seat.
Rikishi been up there waiting for hours. He'd have been hurt.
I'm proud of you, son, but I'm impatient.
Like, I'll be in the back in the catering when you get back there.
Very oozy.
Now, somebody online did say they're going to go watch Rikishi's podcast, and they're going to be like, how you feel about Jay? He's going to be like, that's great. Now, what are they going to do for Jimmy? And I was like, why do I hear him saying this?
What they gonna do?
I said, why do I hear him saying this loud
What
and
gonna do
clear?
for Jimmy? I told you, Jimmy's next year. Jimmy's going to be next year, bro.
Israel said Rikishi in the park are like waiting on standby.
Back. They was like, we're going to call you in. He was like, bad, I'm just going to sit out here in my car. Don't worry about it.
All right. The rest of night 1 consisted of Jade Cargill defeated Naomi.
With a nipple slip, but continue.
Oh, yeah. Several.
Boy.
I was locked in.
Boy, so was I.
El Grande Americano defeated Rey Fenix, filling in for Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
But a different Rey.
Rey Fenix and Penta, both brothers made it to the Grand Stadium Mall at a short period of time and both lost. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
How did Rey Fenix debut though first?
Again, it's the AAA thing. Now that I know about it, because again I got it late because of my crazy work schedule, and it's all because of the fucking Triple A thing. And I'm sure Rey Mysterio probably said, "Hey, give Phoenix my spot."
I swear, I feel like he did because he was like, "I'm not clear to wrestle." And I said, "You got hit in the head with a fake metal thing. You have gotten your eyeball taken out a couple years ago, and you still wrestle."
The next week.
The next week for real.
Yeah, like so. I was like, you give me a spot to somebody younger. I'm cool with that. Yay. Luchador Bride.
Vikingo no shows up. What the fuck?
Vikingo was just in the crowd.
He was just recently wrestling for the people on the wrestling for the children. Recently wrestling for the children with a much longer name.
And then next week he gets slapped by El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. He did kick him over that damn barricade. That kick was smooth as hell because I didn't even see that shit coming.
Kick. I was like, yo, we're about to get some luchadors
See,
up
if Ricochet would have stayed just a little bit longer, that would have been the match of the time to watch.
Oh,
Prince Puma?
Yeah.
His Prince Puma days?
Yeah.
That'd have been the best match ever. He'd have had a great match with Phoenix. He'd have had a great match with Penta. And what?
And Vikingo, yeah.
He would have gotten He would have gotten the spot at WrestleMania right now.
Yeah.
Man, that's what happened when you don't know how to shut the fuck up when you're light skinned. No offense to anybody else out there.
Yeah. And finally, we had grandma and granddaughter, and granddaughter won.
Hey, granddaughter broke her tooth and still made Charlotte. You know what's funny? Remember that one girl I told y'all, but back in the day I said it was a Charlotte fan?
Yeah.
She was like, if Tiffany wins, I'm done with WrestleMania. I came in her comment box and sent her a picture of Tiffany holding the belt up. I said, hey, so you done with wrestling? She never replied back.
That's her way.
Now, let me point out about Charlotte's gear. She's adopted the garter belts like all the young girls. Why were Charlotte's booty shorts baggy?
Because ain't nothing to sell.
Because again, she's built like an 11-year-old boy. What the hell did you expect?
The whole match, I'm like, she's wearing booty shorts, and they're back. I was like, how is that phenomenon happen?
She ain't
technically. I don't think those are booty shorts because booty shorts hug the booty. I think she had on like prison boxers.
She ain't Stephanie McCourt, bro. She ain't pulling that.
She no Jada Parker.
She ain't pulling that.
She no Layla. She none of them.
Booker heart attack.
Maurice had more cake back there than Charlotte. How about we just put it at that?
And the funny thing, she hit the move. She hit the Stephanie
McCourt
move.
She hit the move. Nobody was feeling it. That was just.
She hit the move.
That was just.
She hit the move.
That was just
made my
stiff
stomach
bone.
turn.
That was just stiff bone just hitting her head.
I bet you Andrade was in the back like.
She almost made a fire.
Look, Andrade was in the back like, I had that once. What was I thinking?
The little boy with the stink.
That'll be funny if he goes to Bacor. That'll be funny as hell.
Hey, man, well, Bacor and him need some protection from AAA wrestling, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Now, I didn't have time to watch Stand and Deliver. Who?
I didn't see the Pokemon Evolution match.
What was good?
Between the YN, the OG, and the Triple OG.
Yeah.
I didn't see that match, but I heard the Triple OG won still.
Okay.
The
Bacor match. We gotten to see Booker T almost got a heart attack from that move. On Jordan Grace. Tony D'Angelo was betrayed by what was that guy who he bossed around? What was that guy? But yeah, he got betrayed.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you.
I can tell you the ladder match. So Ruka is our Randy Orton. Yo,
Ruka wins.
Darth. When I tell you, she got on that ladder, kicked short on top,
dude,
bit backwards over the ladder to get the thing. Somebody grabbed her foot. She jumped off the ladder, hit Shorty with a soul snatcher. Jumped off the turnbuckle, hit two more with a soul snatcher.
Another one.
Hit another one with a soul snatcher and won the belt. I said, first of all, what the fuck Randy Orton is this? He was just dropping these bitches back to back to back. I was like, first of all, you are way more talented than what I thought. And weird because she's a 2-time champion. And I don't understand.
Dude, she literally hit that twice in one corner. Like in the span of freaking 2 minutes. Or not even 2, 1 minute. She was like, Soul
Bruh,
Snatcher from the ladder. Okay, let me rebound. Soul Snatcher, same person. What?
Bruh,
She
when
got.
I say,
Does everybody got
when I
infinites
say-
on today this weekend?
Darth, when I say she hit them Soul Snatchers so quick, bruh,
Yo,
I was like,
that shit was nuts.
this gives me old school Randy in his younger years, where he was just RKOing anything that moved.
Okay, I have to watch this tonight now.
Yeah, that was a good match.
That one I have to watch.
That
tonight.
was a good match, definitely. Especially
Like,
that spot.
out of
That spot was amazing.
like all the matches, that was my match of the night. 'Cause when she did that shit on the ladder, I said, hold up, wait a minute. First of all, you got to be precise. She hit that shit smooth, like
So
they
smooth.
practiced this shit for like a month, and she hit that shit like first try, boot caught it. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, oh, Randy got competition now for his incredible RKO's now.
She hit those moves so smooth. I thought WWE 2K had a great patch update where everything was smooth finally. Cause yo, that was amazing. Those two Soul Snatchers in the corner.
That pay-per-view was great, and it was cool, and I was like, yeah, 7-Eleven was great, but for it to come on hours before WrestleMania was the longest day of my life. I swear, I feel like I was at work. I feel like I was at work.
That's how people feel about the Hall of Fame right after the first night. Like,
Oh my
were
God,
sleeping.
so many people were sleeping in the crowd.
yo, they were sleeping. They got Cody sleeping, Bianca.
They got
Everybody was
Booker
sleeping.
T zoomed in on that nigga face, eyes closed tight. I said, oh God.
Where I had Shades had a good idea.
Word.
Montez.
Word.
Jay was the smoothest one. If the light didn't hit his glass and that person took that picture, you'd never knew
Jay
Jay eyes
too.
was closed behind them shades.
J2. Oos was chilling.
Very oozy.
Out of the whole Hall of Fame, I didn't give a damn about nothing except for Michelle McCool, because they turned the camera, and that's the first time Layla ever been at one of them shits in years.
Oh yeah, no.
And I was like, nah, she still look good. Damn it, why is she not in the Hall of Fame with hers look cool?
Oh yeah, and our boy Ricky retained.
Yeah, Ricky Saints. Tony.
Ricky, thanks.
Monday Night Raw. We have a second Paul Heyman Guy.
And this was talked about a year ago when
Yes.
Paul showed up on NXT and talked to that
Yes.
man.
Bron Breakker.
I love how storytelling brings everything together. Long-term storytelling.
Yes.
Look, this is how you know long-term storytelling is going very well. Since Paul Heyman came back, he wore the watch with the red face rolly, the neckerchief red, and the tie red. That night, he had on all gold.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bruh, the storytelling behind this is impeccable at this point. AEW can learn a lot. They just, get rid of Tony Khan. But
Yeah,
still,
right?
Yep.
this was gold. CM Punk comes out, he stomps a mole hole in Seth Rollins' ass with his McDonald pants on. He goes to beat up Paul Heyman, gets beat up, curb stomp. Cool. Roman comes out. I don't know why he took as long as the Undertaker do back in the day. Don't get
He
it.
did took long.
Word. Like
They're
he started walking
stretching out
fast,
to
got
11.
midway, and all of a sudden his controller started lagging. He started walking slow. I don't understand.
Alex, they were stretching out to 11.
Boy, first of all, the credit was already rolling midway through this.
Oh yeah, they did. I forgot about they did. The credits did roll
They
early.
stretched it out to 11. That was like, oh
I was
shit.
like, first of all, if you knew you were going to let that shit go long, why would you post a thing of who directed the correct? Why would you post that then?
It's
But
the
it's
Netflix.
realism.
I know,
And
but,
Netflix
but
deal, yes.
but to see Roman come out there, spear Seth, Superman punch Paul, get ready to do a ooh-ah spear, and Braun speared that man out his damn Nikes. I don't even know what Jordans those were.
Who just hit Roman?
And I was like, there can only be one man that could spear that fast.
I was like, there's like no way that's Oldberg.
That's the blood of a Steiner kid.
A blood of a Sonic kid is good at math.
That's great
Oh
at
yeah,
math.
his math at the fucking
That was
the
incredible.
at the fucking
At the post
Press
show,
conference?
the press
kickoff.
conference was wild.
Dude. He sounds just like Scott Steiner when he did it too. Like
Yeah.
it sounds but it sounds more accurate.
Yeah. And he
Scott
did it
Steiner
in
was
one
on
take.
drugs. He
did it
did
in one
regular.
take.
And he did it in one take, just like his
Because
uncle.
apparently Scott took like 3 takes.
Hey man,
better than his
that was a
uncle.
lot of fractions. People not good with fractions.
You got 33 and third chance of losing or of winning.
And then later on that night, it was Rusev Day. Well, I have the Lana Day shirt, but I never bought a Rusev one. But
Rusev Utria, Rusev Machka. Finally.
Hey,
he's
I was
back
happy
for
he showed
witness
up.
protection.
I was happy he showed up. I'm happy he not with the United Nations of motherfuckers.
It only took 5
And I'm also
years.
happy that
I kind of knew it was after
look.
WrestleMania he was going to come out.
It only took 5 years
Hey,
to
look.
get witness protection.
Word.
hey, look, I'm happy he showed
What
up
up,
without
Knox?
Lana.
He showed up without Lana, yeah.
Oh, she signed a
That was
Legends deal.
Yep.
Sure, she legend her ass at home.
She legend herself between multiple former stars.
Man,
Some of them are in different organizations, of course. One's playing with the children.
wait, how to go for
That's
4-year-old
Bobby.
virgin? She's a hoe for show.
For show. Dude. And
And
a
then part
surprise.
2 from the women's tag team match from Mania. So there was a rematch. Liv and Raquel wanted a rematch, and they won. And Becky wasn't pleased, and she
know,
told
funny-
Lyra Valkyria,
you know-
"Fuck you."
You know what's funny? They are inconsistent about these rematches because if you win the world title, you damn near have to work for a rematch. But if you tag team title, you just get a rematch next night.
Pretty much.
I thought this was a great reaction after the match because I was even saying, what the fuck? Like, why did you just lose the belt?
I was like, oh,
Like-
they had a 1-day reign.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a full 24 hours. That was like 21 hours.
I was with Becky
Like-
on this one. I was like, what? I should kick your ass. Like, yo.
Like, word, I was confused. 'Cause I was like, y'all just won it. I blinked and y'all lost them. What the fuck? This name of the same damn show.
Like, not even 24 hours that you lost the belt.
And in my head, I'm like, yeah, they're about to turn Becky heel since Seth is heel. Like, it's got to happen.
Yeah, you gotta have the heel couple with the wise man. I'm sorry, the advocate.
The advocate, yeah. Now he's back in
And
the advocate.
Kelvin just said Bron Breakker put a picture of him and Seth. I meant to say, what if when Bron Breakker comes back, he joins the advocacy?
I could see that happening, honestly.
I can see that happening a lot too.
Because Bronson's been out. He needs to work. And I feel like he would be a good Paul Heyman, like, recruitment.
I feel
Word,
I
because
feel like
they're
he would
gonna need
fit
some
into
kind
that.
of Samoan on their team that ain't part of the Rock family.
As you see, we're having a faction here with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. We're having a big faction here. How many people do you need?
That's good. I'm good with 3. I'm good with 3.
I about to say, well, if we're doing it like Seth Rollins in the Messiah days, we had what?
He had 4.
He had four.
Well, himself and 3 other people, because it was Buddy Matthews and then the AOP. And then after
And no,
AOP
remember-
left, he picked up
and then-
Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be it's got to be one more guy.
What would this be called?
The advocacy.
I feel like that would be a good name, but on merch it will look stupid.
I'm also waiting for, since we're on the Rusev picture, I'm waiting for Rusev Gunther, bro.
Okay.
You know what? I'm cool with that happening because
Israel-
Gunther's not champion right now, so I'm cool with that happening.
I'm cool with
Israel said Rusev and Jacob.
that too.
Oh my god!
Or we just talking about Rusev and Breakker.
Rusev and Breakker. There's a lot of
Bro, it's-
opponents that
There's
Rusev
a lot of
missed
people
here.
Rusev can fight now.
There's a lot of, not just Braun Strowman, bro. Like, Jim. Now we got more
Rusev
big
and
badasses.
Obafemi.
Obafemi, wow.
Rusev, hold up. We still got this crossover shit. What if Rusev just go with NXT and then slide over to TNA and go against Moose?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. My God, there's a lot of. I feel like I appreciate that we have Rusev now, that we can put all these matches with him because he's missed an era, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Like he missed the era and a portion of wrestling for him to still look better than he did when he left. It's fucking weird.
yeah, it's the hair. That's why.
He pulled no. He pulled off the Eddie. I fucked up my wrist. Come back, Jack. I'm sorry. You fucked up your wrist. Why are you Jack like this? Sir?
Knox says Rusev ain't gonna work. Well, here's the problem. When Miro went to AEW, he didn't want a job for people that were beneath him. Mm-hmm. That's why he butted heads with the creative in AEW. He'll job for people. Well, he won't not job. He'll lose willingly to people in WWE because they're professionals.
Like I'm not gonna sit around and play fight with kids and get my ass whooped and say a child beat me. But if I'm going here and we're grown men, you beat me. Hey, you won that fight fair and square, sir. You got it.
Like when Triple H told the story on, I forgot which podcast it was. When Triple H was the McAfee show. When Triple H told the story about the first time CM Punk didn't necessarily like creative when we came back to WWE. He had a conversation with Punk. They talked it out. He said, "What would you like to do?" And then they came to an agreement on how to kind of work in what Punk wanted to do, but still take the direction that Triple H had planned out. And everybody was pleased.
That's what makes you a good guy to work with.
And adults, that's what adults do.
That's what adults do. They don't cry and complain.
And they don't throw easy fits on TV.
Hey, look, Vince McMahon could have learned a lot from his son-in-law. What did Professor Knox say? He better pair him with Lana. He can't talk. Lana can't talk either.
You want her to have that Russian accent again? That horrible Russian accent?
I like the accent.
No.
It tickled my nipples. So as we were saying earlier, WWE has acquired. They've purchased AAA. Sorry, TKO has purchased AAA.
They're still crazy.
Yeah, they now own it. And
I was saying for that. I was saying for the amount of Latino wrestlers that are in WWE.
Yeah.
It's never been this many at one time.
Yep.
Vince would have had a heart attack.
Vince would have fired everybody.
Keep
Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio back here. Andrade. Maybe Pentagon and Phoenix would have been the only ones left. Everybody else, gone.
And again, the fact that fucking Vikingo showed up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Vikingo's the only one out there in wrestling gear. Like, he had a match that night. I'm so confused.
It's like, is that how he originally comes out? I mean, he had a suit when he was in WrestleMania.
He had a suit at WrestleMania. Like, so why are you in wrestling gear?
Somebody told him he had a match, and it was like, no, we had a press conference, not a match.
Yeah. They was like, put on your gear. We got to go represent. He showed up like, why is everybody in suits? And go, you bitches.
Oh, and you were talking about Andre and Stephanie? No, they're together in this press conference.
I told you, and they fall on the left. They don't look happy.
Oh my
god. And also one thing. Why do Rey Mysterio got to wear always something that's Louis Vuitton?
Because he's paid. He rich.
He paid, bro.
I know he rich, but
he caked up.
He caked up.
Like at this point, hey, look. At this point, I want to
pay for Dominic no more, bro.
He bought the whole damn Gucci store.
He ain't got to pay for Dominic's child support, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Dominic is a grown man. He got to pay that no more. But yeah, this is still a weird inquiry of this because I can see some WWE wrestlers going over there to, not getting shine at WWE, but Raw SmackDown is already stacked with enough fucking wrestlers to be like acquiring a whole nother place of a whole nother group of wrestlers.
It's probably another day of the week that they'll put a show for AAA.
And then they announced the first pay-per-view, Worlds Collide, which will be Saturday, June 7th. At 3 p.m. And later that same night will be Money in the Bank on the other side of LA from the Intuit Dome. because this will be at the Kia Forum, which is in downtown LA where the Lakers play. And Money in the Bank will be on the other side of LA where the Clippers play at the Intuit Dome. So yeah, they got two shows, same city, same night, so same day.
I got a question. Isn't that old, like the first Sin Cara over there?
Yes, Mystico, yes.
Yeah, don't he still wrestle for AAA?
No, I thought he's in CMLL now.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm confused.
Well, maybe he makes appearances for AAA, which I would highly doubt because you kind of get killed for doing shit like that because they got beef.
Yep.
Oh,
you're right.
What the fuck is going to happen with Del Rio? Because he's been working for AAA.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like,
yeah, bro.
What about Del Rio, bro? Like, they just
it's
pay enough to settle and be like, yo, we don't want him here.
I wouldn't mind having Del Rio.
Yeah,
I always fucked with Del Rio.
You keep Del Rio in AAA. You don't bring him to any WWE events. We don't need him.
No, I want just if Paige comes back, they have to be separate. We can't ruin her life again.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, look, Dark. I was explaining to JK. Look, Dark. I was explaining to JK. Valkyria was almost unalived with two people in AAA wrestling that are still there as a tag team.
Oh yeah, I heard that story. Yeah.
So like, what the fuck was this? Like, why would you acquire this shit?
Hey, shit happened. The cartel, shit happens, man.
And you just don't talk about it.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we're talking about it, so y'all don't hear from me. Y'all know what happened.
Well, this has been. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I forgot the graphic for Outside the Ropes, but we'll cover it real quick.
Of course.
Best dipping sauce. Ranch, barbecue, honey mustard, or ketchup.
You lost me at ranch.
God. Yeah, you lost me at ranch too, bro. I'm black.
If you like don't get me wrong. If you like the taste of ass in your mouth, that's fine. But like, I just don't like ranch.
Yeah, ranch is trash.
Yes,
Straight trash.
Straight trash.
First of
Blue
all,
cheese.
for you to say it tastes like ass, you say it tastes like ass. I don't never want to try it. That's fucked up.
Don't try it. I mean, that's what it tastes like to me. It tastes ass.
It's
okay. So besides ranch, you said honey mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
If it goes in my order, barbecue sauce, honey mustard, ketchup.
I'm the exact opposite. Ketchup is the number one condiment to me. Then honey mustard, and I like barbecue sauce as a topping, not as a condiment.
Nah, it's a condiment for me, boy. Especially like I can't do a lot of tomato-based things because of the dye they put in it. So barbecue sauce is my number one. And now their places allow you to switch it up and add barbecue sauce. I'm with it.
I will go ketchup.
So
honey mustard and barbecue.
Just said Wingstop Ranch, right? I happen to have some Wingstop right here. Now this here
One day we're gonna be sponsored.
This is blue cheese. I only eat my Wingstop with blue cheese.
Yeah, I can understand that. You know that makes logical sense.
A lot of sense.
But ranch, I bought food today. You know. They gave me 2 things of ranch. I gave that shit away to the girl working my job. I said, "You want it?" She took it from me immediately.
I keep some Wingstop on deck.
Blue cheese wings. Blue cheese wings. I'll go your mother.
And now,
Israel says dipping sauces is clutch for food that's lacking.
I have been Darth Messiah, you sir.
Alex, the motherfucker.
Good night, Jake.
Good night to all. Ranch smells like ass. Peace.
Peace.